Hello, my Gemini collective. I am here today to give you your reading for August 2025. I hope you enjoy it. So, starting off right off the bat, we have the full moon in the sign of Aquarius on August 9th. Now, important things about this day. First, it's the day after the 8-8 portal, the Lionsgate portal. Okay. Secondly, there's a conjunction in Mars. That is a conjunction in Mars and Neptune, and a conjunction in Mars um, in Saturn. The importance of this day is that this happens only once every 36-ish years, and it goes like roughly from 3 to 6 years, depending. So we actually started it like a little bit in the end of last year, and then it's kind of peaking around this time in the end of this year, and then it's going to have its culmination kind of going through next year. I mean, the effects of this, because of this day, right, will be seen in the next couple of years. What it's all about, it usually calls out like a fall of a belief system, a monarch, a patriarch, organizational system, right? And for you specifically, my people of the sign of Gemini, first, the full moon of Aquarius tells you, let's be creative, let's be ourselves, let's explore the world the way that we truly feel it and not the way that other people tell us we have to live it. And then here comes this energy, which has this determination to break down any walls of limitations, of restrictions that are around you. And this can be people, places, things, ideas, mindsets, religion. It doesn't really matter. It's just something that has been creating a restriction in your life to move forward. If you do ritual work, this day would be really good for road openers, for blockbusters, for anything that talks about getting clarity and removing obstacles. Ganesha would also be really good to work during this time. So let's see how it's going to impact you, my Geminis. Ooh, that one came out. They said two more. These flipped over and then just two fell out of the thing. Anyways, that was interesting. So first off the bat, the first thing that comes out is the bowl. Plenty of material things. So a lot of things are going to be happening, moving, shaking, feng shuiing in your life starting August after that portal. The first two things that came out were these two, and there's a throne, a position of authority, and Turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. So there is someone of authority or in a higher position or something like that, like in a position of authority that's going to be acting very dumb. Like it's going to be acting very arrogant, very egocentric, blah, 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 etc., etc. Now, if you guys are seeing the astrology of the week, you would know that starting this Wednesday, there is a situation where Cancer, I think it's Cancer, there's an astrological event. Now I can't even think what it is. It's like leaving my mind. But it's going to show the dark side of people, your shadow aspects. So people will be acting like a 2-year-old child having a tantrum. And it doesn't matter the position, the place, the thing, it doesn't matter. Right? So that's not a surprise that it's coming out for August because it's going to go through, I believe it's like August 25th. Something like that, this energy. So it's to kind of provoke you to pick a lane. Okay. And then the other thing that comes out is a dog. Protection from a powerful friend. And then we have unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. And I feel like the protection of this powerful friend is actually a spirit guide because it's saying to use your intuition regarding this situation. So August for me, to let you guys know, feels like a day, a month where there is going to be so much shit playing out, and you're going to see people of authority, people in positions of power, people and this can be like governments and things like that, just acting dumb as shit, and your intuition is going to start telling you what you should do to protect yourself, to move forward and whatever. So I would say listen very deeply to your intuition. Just don't Align yourself to the energy of fear. So when something is talking to you, make sure that that energy is an energy that is going to actually help you grow, expand, and move forward, and not creating a block, a restriction, and a fear about your future. Okay. There's all kinds of voices that talk to us. Well, us neurodivergent people, you have to have a discerning spirit to know if the voice that's talking to you is actually one you should listen to or one you shouldn't. So let's know more about this situation. As we already looked at the bottom of the deck and we have the Tower. I just have to show it to you because it's there. Here we go. The Queen, the Empress in reverse. That's crazy. A reverse Empress is crazy. And the Three of Cups in reverse. Why are these flipping over? This is the stupid person. Hold on. And the Two of Swords. This is a stupid person. I think there's going to be, Gemini, like this disillusionment probably around you because of it. The good thing is we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Hold on. Woo. Then we have the Two of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords come with two things: the Five of Wands and the Eight of Swords. I want to know if this is you or them. I actually got Aquarius, which is the moon. What about that? Oh no, the moon's going to give you a key. Okay, so let's go down the line. The Empress card in reverse. There was a female energy that has been introduced into your life, probably earlier on this year, all the way up to the date of this full moon. Just take it as it resonates. Like, it can go way far back to just last week, okay? This female presented themselves as a kind, courteous, amazing person, somebody that you can potentially work with, live with, be partners with. It doesn't matter what it is, but they presented themselves as a potential of that female energy that can possibly be like, I want to say, a love interest. And it doesn't have to be romantic. This can be friends, this can be business, and this can be romantic, okay? Then you realized the Three of Cups in reverse. Everything that shined wasn't gold, right? That everything they were offering you, the partnership, working together, possibly things working the way that you want, yada, 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 isn't exactly what you were expecting. And when that happens, you have this energy of feeling stalemated, like a stuck feeling, okay? This stuck feeling is actually a feeling that comes forth so that you don't make a really bad mistake. Seven of Swords is in reverse, and that you open the door for a new path into your future, cutting away this individual. The reason I'm saying you're cutting away this individual is because we have the Eight of Swords with the Five of Wands. This means you're going to fight against this energy of this person, against this. You're going to create restrictions. You're going to say no. Whenever I'm seeing fights, it can be something where you're aggressively talking to the person, but it can be something where you're saying no, thank you, and you move on. Okay, but it is something where you're standing up for yourself, you're defending yourself, and you're creating healthy boundaries. And this energy of the Eight of Swords, it seems like that's going to trap this person in a bind that they weren't expecting before. And the reason why I'm saying that you're doing that to them instead of them doing that to you is because I pulled out a charm, and it's, oh, you're not going to be able to see it, but whatever, you're going to have to trust me. Aquarius with a charm of a key. So I feel like this full moon for you is going to be a situation where you are going to be revealed somebody that was two-faced, and now you see them for what they are and who they are, and then you're going to see them. You're going to take the action appropriate to be able to move out of a toxic situation with this person. So this energy is good because the full moon is kind of giving you the key. Like, it can be a red flag you notice. It can be like a message you get from somebody else, but it is a key that you receive that is external, that is going to give you the clarity about this person, because you have to keep in mind that full moons reveal things, bring things to light. And Aquarius is the true nature of things. And so this moon is creating a situation where you're seeing the true nature of a female energy that's actually a toxic feminine. And in that energy, and then they just finished telling me, please don't say toxic feminine, because then they only think females. Um, a person working out of their female energy, pretending to be nurturing, loving, creatives, a person that pretends to be able to amplify your life and bring you abundance and blessings, and they're actually an empress in reverse. Okay, that person's going to be revealed to you. And in that revelation, you're just going to be like, thank you, next. And you're just going to be like, no, I don't want this. Okay. So that's interesting. That's one thing that I'm seeing that this full moon is going to be bringing you. This next thing that we have is on August 22nd. August is a very, like, I want to say there's a lot going on, but there's not a lot that I can talk to you guys about for these readings. Okay. So next thing, August 22nd, we have the new moon in Virgo, and the sun will also be in Virgo, because 22 to 23, we transition into Virgo season. Okay. Virgo season, Virgo moon is all about creating structure, being disciplined. This is one of those energies where you're like, I got this. Let's do this. I'm ready for this next role in my life. I'm going to take executive actions on this and this. Your executive functioning skills will be amplified in such a way that you're going to be on point with time. You're going to be on point with tasks. You're going to be on point with practically everything, because you got this. And it's a period that can really help you, like, manifest your future into reality, because you're getting a structure as to what it is that you want to create for the future in this first step, second step, third step, so you can get that net effect that you want to move you in the right direction. So that being said, I want to see how that's going to affect you. Wow, I just wanted 2 or 3 and 4 came out. Okay, like, let's tell you what's going on here. First, you're focusing on some kind of manifestation, something that's calling your heart. Second, something that's you dreamt about for a long period of time. So this is follow your dreams after manifestation. So this is good because this is linking together. That's why they came out together. It's saying you're listening to your dreams, you're listening to your manifestations. And then we have the card of number 33, which is communication. This is an activation of your masculine energy, where you're starting to vocalize these things, take them into actions. It's possible that you're going to call people, you're going to email people, you're going to try to create like this network around you to make this happen for yourself. And then there's this energy of forgiveness. And I think that you'll be able to release the I hear 2 words. I hear burden and drama of the revelation that comes to you the beginning of the month. Okay, so this is like, I feel like besides it being something where you're planning for the future, you're doing like a mental inventory about your life, and about the things that happened with this person, and about the lessons that this person potentially brought you, and how they helped you in a way, because every negative thing always comes with a positive like consequence to it. And I know that's really hard for people to believe, especially when they're still living through their wound. And so you're just going to have to take my word for it, because I've gone through a lot, and I can tell you hindsight is 2020. And now I understand why certain ugly things happened to me in my life, because they were necessary. Right. And so I feel like it's kind of like, because I'm feeling this energy where you're finally manifesting your dreams into existence, and your mindset is on your big vision of your future, the person that you are for the future, this situation feels like flushing down the toilet. You're just going to be like, I'm over it. Bitch was crazy. Let me move on. Okay. So, I mean, in a way, it's a good news, right? Yeah, because some people are catalysts to our change. And sometimes we have to realize a person comes into our lives because they're supposed to show us, dude, that's just not not your people. That's not the direction you want to go to. Let's move on. Okay. Now I'm hearing that song. I think it's Ariana Grande that sings it. The one that goes, thank you, next, thank you, next, thank you, next. I'm so effing grateful for my ex. That's what I'm feeling about here in this song. Okay, let's see. What's this all about? I mean, it's an amazing world because you are entering into a new world. We have the world card in reverse. So, one second. My apologies. I think anything that happens in a reading um, has something to do with the reading itself. I just went into this whole tangent about this accent. I'm so effing grateful for my accent. Thank you, next. And then the person called. And then we have this world card in reverse. And I was going to interpret it one way, but because the phone call came and with the way that I was talking to you before, I can tell you that the forgiveness comes from closure. There's a cycle that isn't closed is going to close, and it's through some form of communication. So it can be that they give you a call, they give you a text, they shoot you off on social media, or you heard from a friend that is talking about that person, right? Tell me about this world card in reverse. I was waiting until it stopped. Okay. Six of Cups in reverse. That's like, thank you, next. I'm so grateful for my ex. Emperor in reverse. Oh, it's crazy. I'm like looking because I'm like, are they backwards? No, they're all upright. Okay. Ace of Cups. I mean, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I even feel like it's an Ace of Cups also. Look, something from your old world is going to try to peek its little head up in your business again. And you're going to be like, when I was with you, I was less than. I don't want to invest in something that makes me less than what I am. I'm a freaking emperor upright. I'm not an emperor in reverse. But with you, I would be an emperor in reverse. In other words, pretending to have power and authority and my free will and all kinds of stuff, but you're the one I'm the puppet in your strings. That's what that looks like right here. And that's why I feel like that communication is going to be important, because it's going to come to this point where you're going to have this revelation of the life that you will have restarting this cycle with this person, and you're just like, thank you, next. That's what that feels like. That's the forgiveness energy. You forgive them for having made you go through all that drama. You forgive yourself for being that damn fool. And then you get to the point where you're like, but I'm somebody different now, and I'm a lot stronger, and I'm not that person anymore. Because you're going to block them. Look at that, Two of Swords. I knew you were going to block them. I feels it strong, because you're focusing on your dreams. And I said that, and look at the Fool card, because you're focusing in a whole new world. See, I know that's not the song for The Little Mermaid. It's a song for Aladdin, right? But all I heard was a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. That's what I'm feeling. Hangman, you're going to leave them hanging. And that sounds like a them problem, because they were the a-hole that didn't see the value and worth of you. Yep. You're looking for opportunity that are going to help you climb up the ladder, not climb down it. Oh, this is making me laugh. King of Wands in reverse. And that is going to create a situation where this person is going to probably try to send shade over by you. Sounds like a them problem, right? Just make sure that you're going to continue to keep yourself. Well, I think that whenever you're going towards your dreams and forever, I'm just going to be honest, you should always have your spiritual team, your guides, your prayers, your intentions, whatever it is that you do to create a grid of protection around yourself, and to protect your mind, your body, your spirit, and your soul. You should always be doing that. But I would say keep yourself protected after this person calls there, because they're not going to be happy about you saying no. They really think they got it like that. Queen of Coins is in the bottom. That would be a prudent move for you. Prudence is the ability, and look at, and the intuition is in the bottom. So like, this is your intuition talking to you, okay? Prudence is the ability to read a room, to understand subtle hints that people are giving you by their words, their actions, and their behaviors. This person will not be happy that you are saying no. And that means that they're going to throw shade your way. They're going to try to make you fall. If you keep yourself prayed up, meditated up, and doing your rituals, lighting your candles, doing your ritual baths, whatever it is that you do to keep your aura clean and your self-centered, your meditations, your spiritual practice, all that is super important, especially after this person. I'm sorry, I just heard something. And they said up to 2 months after this person calls you. And this person can physically call you or text you or email you or hit you up on social media, or, mind you, having a dream of this person. Okay? Whatever they do to like try to reconnect with you, after that, make sure you double up on your spiritual practice very strongly for at least 2 months after it, because this person's going to be salty AF. Okay? I hope you understand that. Now let's go to the last thing, which is August 25th through September 19th. And this is super important for you to understand. August 25th through September 19th. Venus will enter Leo. I can tell you myself personally now, this is my opinion based on how I can see what happens to me during these periods of time, okay? This is a period where you recollect a piece of yourself that you lost. So this is when you reclaim your laughter, or you reclaim a spiritual practice, or you reclaim a part of a part of your energy that you thought you lost, that you thought that you misplaced somewhere. Okay, you come back to life. And it's a long period of time of just being your radiant lion self and letting your mane go crazy and you be your crazy authentic self. This is it. Okay, you're gonna start feeling more like yourself, like your skin feels good and your energy feels good and everything around you feels good because you're coming back to life. All right, tell me about this, my Geminis. What is it all about? I swear you're in this energy of thank you next. I just keep hearing in the back of my mind, and it's so funny because the cards came out consecutively, 42 and then 43. 42 and then 30, 43. And it literally says chopping wood, which is cleaning house, like literally getting rid of BS. And this can be literally cleaning out your house, getting rid of shit in your closet, getting and cleaning out things that you no longer use, kind of reorganizing yourself completely. This can be something more spiritual, where you're doing a lot of spiritual practices to flush the toilet and clear your aura and get yourself in center. Or this can be something emotional, where you're going to a guru, a teacher, a counselor, any spiritual guide that you can talk to, and you're just like venting all these emotions so you can flush it down the toilet and so that you can move on, right? And then we have this deep knowing. So I feel like as you're throwing all these things out, as you're clearing out your energy, as you're moving forward, all of a sudden you're starting to realize more about yourself, more about your life, more about the growth that you've had. It's like it feels for you, if this energy feels like, oh my God, I get it now. Like, I get why I had to have this person in my life. I get why this is happening to me. I get these cycles that I go through. Like, I'm getting it. Let's see more about this. That's all I'm going to say about that. And let's go to this. Five of Swords. That is God, the highest being. Desire to know, again, deep knowing, the acquisition of wisdom. I feel like, the only time we actually know anything about ourselves is when we are confronted with our wounds and conflicts. And conflicts are internal. Turbulence, and I'm going to call it turbulence because it's not something that is going to kill you. It's not something you can't ignore. Sometimes you just freaking ignore them, right? But it's like this swish swash of your mind, of your emotions, of whatever, that just keeps being like waves slapping and slapping you until you come to a realization about yourself, why you do certain things. And I feel like the Five of Swords for me is my Chiron card, and it talks about being that wounded warrior. Yes, you overcame this battle. Yes, you are still alive, but you're still wounded. You're still licking your wounds. You're still healing all those scars that were left behind. And every single time you look at it, you have this moment of remembrance of why this is happening to you, or what did you experience, and you're reliving, I want to say, that experience, that trauma, that limitation over and over again, because you're trying to learn more about yourself, the patterns you have, the shadows you have. And that's the first thing that comes out. So I think cleaning out your closet. I'm hearing that Eminem song. Cleaning out your closet, it's all about you kind of really realizing, man, like, what the flip? That's all. And then the next thing we have is the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is the honored goddess as inner and outer work. And this is cleaning out house. And it helps one keep their job, protects against disasters. And what I'm feeling is that in you cleaning out your closet, right? You clearing out this energy, you really delving deep into, why did you even let this person do this? Why did you go through this experience? What were you learning? Why did you allow yourself to be here, etc.? You start reclaiming your inheritance, reclaiming your energy, reclaiming yourself. Because what people don't realize is that as long as we're ghosting people, as long as we are blocking people, as long as we're creating a problem, a power outside of ourselves, every single person that we're deflecting because they hurt us, they don't get us, they blah 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 us, me. Each one, you're giving away your inheritance to these people, your money, right? Your spiritual inheritance, your gifts, your abilities, your knowledge. Because if you can't gather the piece of yourself that was inside that person and draw it into yourself, you're losing your inheritance. And what I'm seeing here is, as you're going back into your closet and taking out all those demons that lie in between us, then you start realizing, oh my God, this is where I disempower myself. This is where I give away my power. I'm going to start getting this back. Fuck that if I'm going to let these people continue to do this to me. And this is how you become a demon slayer. You become your own demon slayer. You saw your demon. You realize that this is a pattern inside of you, and then you destroy the habits and the patterns that give it power. You're not destroying it. You're destroying the habits and the patterns that you do that give it power. And then in suffocating it from power, you tell it, I appreciate the way that you're able to help me see red flags, the way that you're able to help me fight for myself and defend myself. I appreciate the fact that you gave me that passion and that drive for life, but I can't have you controlling me. Either we work together or we don't work at all. And that is how you tame your inner demon. And that is what this feels like. Sorry, guys, it's going to be very metaphysical. And then we have the Page of Cups with God who rejoices, and it says divine comfort, gives consolation and protection from one's enemies. And I feel like the Page of Cups is actually the emotion. I know this is going to sound really weird. The emotion linked to the wound that allowed this person to have access to this energy of yours that you casted out. It's that emotion, that childhood experience, that learned attribute of your family. It's a small cup. It's a surprise that come out of nowhere. It's like, oh my God, how did I not realize that this is exactly what my mom does and my grandma does, and all my aunts and so do all my female cousins. How did I not realize that? Oh my God. And that tidbit of information then creates like a return to you. And then the next time something comes to you trying to use that same wound, that same page of cups from inside of you, you're like, my name is no, my number is no, you need to let it go. I don't know whoever I'm talking to right here. I'm hearing a lot of songs in my head. August for me, Gemini, as I'm reading your energy, feels like reclaiming yourself, reclaiming your spiritual inheritance, reclaiming parts of yourself you gave away that you should have never, and then creating healthy boundaries within yourself, within your energy, and within your psyche, where the same demons that were fighting against you now are the ones that tell you, hey, this fool is coming around with this wound that we fixed before. Do you still want to do this? And you're like, hell to the no. And then they're like, we'll take care of it. And then they take care of it. And your hands stay nice and clean. So I don't know. I feel like this is a really, really good month for you. This is a reclamation of your spiritual inheritance. This is a reclamation of your power. And I hope that you use it for your greatest good and for your divine purpose. I hope that helps you.